I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. I want to talk to you today just about an idea that I had. I went to Washington, D.C. last weekend over Labor Day weekend and did a lot of walking around and saw all the sights, took my kids. One of the things that I did was I was playing with my camera phone and I took a picture of the Washington Monument, but I pinched my fingers around it so it looks like I'm pinching the Washington Monument. And if you want to see the picture, it's on the blog at schwartzandschwartz.com. But I was processing the pictures and it got me to thinking about perspective and the way we can use perspective to take control over our own situations, especially when we are dealing with some sort of trauma. In my legal practice, I see a lot of people that have had car accident cases, and in some cases it's not really appropriate to try and counsel your client to put things in perspective. You know, if they've have a death of a loved one or really catastrophic injuries that aren't ever going to get better, it's not really appropriate to counsel your client to put things into perspective. But there's a lot of cases where I do tell my clients my little personal technique for putting things into perspective. My technique is to imagine what your predicament, or imagine what my predicament is going to look like when I'm 80 years old and I look back on whatever the predicament is. So imagine that you've been in a car accident. It's the fault of someone else. The guy that hit you got charged with DUI. You're out of work. You're injured. Your doctor tells you that you have to have shoulder surgery, for instance. You're going to be pretty miserable, and you're going to come to me to talk about your legal rights, and I'll be glad to tell you what your legal rights are. But one of the things I may ask is, what do you think this situation is going to look like when you're 80 years old and you look back on it? Not to minimize it, but if you choose to view your current problems through the lens of what they will look like to you when you are 80 years old, and you look back on your life and you look back on the problem or the situation, then it lets you take control and view things in your own way. So I hope you found this idea interesting. If you're going through it right now, if you're having problems right now, hopefully this is something that can help you. And if you know someone who is having trauma or stress or problems now, then maybe share this video with them and maybe it can help them. I'm Ben Schwartz. I hope you found my video interesting. Follow us on Facebook. Our law firm is Schwartz & Schwartz. We're at facebook.com/Schwartz & Schwartz. Thank you.